Instashred, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most common fitness goals, how to build muscle fast, which almost any man will not argue with having more muscle on their frame. So we're gonna break down the 5 most important pillars to building muscle as fast as possible. But real quick before that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty of great health and fitness content coming your way, and let's get into today's video. First things first, you can't build muscle without resistance training. So here are the things you need to know. Compound movements. If you aren't familiar with what these are, they incorporate multiple muscle groups and emphasize maximum recruitment, which means more muscle mass build. These are exercises like the squat, the bench press, the deadlift, where you're exerting from a lot of different muscle groups, and that's what's going to really help you increase the load in which you're lifting and build the most muscle possible. Progressive overload, one of my favorites. If you're not gradually challenging your muscles more and more, you are not going to progress. So you need to gradually increase the amount of weight you're using, the amount of reps you're doing, the amount of sets you're doing at a slow enough pace to where your muscles cannot adapt and they continue to make progress. A couple quick examples of progressive overload, as I mentioned. You can use weight, for instance. Let's say you're bench pressing 135 pounds this week for 8 reps. Next week, you do 140 pounds for 8 reps. The next week, you do 145 pounds. Those small 5-pound increments every week is progressive overload. Reps, let's say you do that 135 pounds for 8 reps this week. Next week, you do it for 9 reps, same weight the next week for 10 reps, and eventually you can add a whole extra set. You're doing 135 pounds for 8 reps, 3 total sets. After a month or so, you can add a whole 4th set in there and do 135 pounds for 4 sets of 8 reps. Those are 3 great examples of the progressive overload model to keep your muscles growing and guessing. Last for exercise, frequency and volume. Research shows that muscles take about 48 hours to fully recover, so you should be able to train your muscles twice per week. This is so much more stress because if you think about it, if you trained every muscle group once a week for a whole year, that'd be 52 weeks. But if you upped it and trained every muscle group twice per week, that's twice the growth. That's 104 muscle workouts per muscle group, and think of how much more gains you're gonna get. Next up on how to build muscle fast is nutrition. You saw this one coming, but first, before we get into it, please like this video if you're enjoying it so far, and let's get into nutrition for building muscle fast. Exercise breaks down our muscles, but nutrition is what builds them back stronger. Here's what you need. Macros matter. There's only 3 things that make up a calorie: carbs, protein, and fats. When it comes to protein, you want to shoot for about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So think things like chicken, fish, beef, tofu, and eggs. Carbs, don't fear them. They fuel your workouts, so don't be afraid to consume some carbs. Popcorn, potatoes, rice, fruits, veggies, you need them in your diet to build stronger muscles. Fats, don't fear them either. Fats are crucial for hormone regulation, testosterone, especially ones like nut butters, avocado, olive oil. So keep fats in your diet. They're great and necessary for building muscle. Instashred pro tip: meal prep keeps you on track. Use meal prep containers and prep your food when you are going to work, leaving the house for an extended period of time, because that's gonna help you keep your good nutrition and build that quality muscle. Now, let's talk about sleep, a massively underrated element of proper muscle growth. How much do you need? You wanna aim for 7 to 9 quality hours of sleep per night. Do you get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep yourself? Comment down below if you do or if you don't. Why it matters? Muscle repair and growth happens during our sleeping patterns, especially during our deep sleeping patterns, and it's super important for especially growth hormone release. So getting quality sleep is going to be imperative to building quality muscle tissue. Instashred pro tip: create yourself a bedtime routine. Find the things that start to relax you. Avoid harsh lights. Maybe wear some blue blockers to allow yourself to wind down. Maybe use a sauna if you have access to one. Do whatever allows you to feel comfortable and start to relax at night so that you can fall asleep. Speaking of rest days, they are essential. Take at least 1 to 2 full rest days a week to allow your body to fully recover and rejuvenate. Mobility work. When we weightlift, there are an immense amount of benefits, but we do tighten our muscles up over time. So using things like massage guns, foam rollers is going to not only increase our range of motion, help us feel good, but also allow the fascia around the muscle to stretch so that it can grow bigger. Hydration is key. Dehydration can actually slow down your muscle recovery immensely, so aim for about 2 to 3 liters of water per day, or in my personal preference, I like to shoot for at least my body weight in ounces of water per day. So there you have it, the 5 essentials for building muscle fast: exercise, nutrition, sleep, protein, and recovery. Master these and you'll be well on your way to making those gains. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about pillar number 1, here is a video on how to best utilize exercise within the gym. Thanks for watching. Happy gains to you. Hope these 5 pillars were useful and you could take these pro tips and implement them in your lifestyle. We'll see you next time.